Hi everyone, this is Dr. Zikri Wafa. I'm speaking from the University of Tlemcen, Algeria, for the conference organized by the University Center of Maghnia, Department of English, entitled Teach and Research Methodology, a key to teachers and supervisors' integral role in the LMD graduates' academic self-efficiency. My presentation turns around narrative frames of EFL teachers, development of professional identity, while they enrolled in a didactics master's degree. I was their teacher and I have asked them to do the research with me to be able to figure out how these teachers developed their TPI through a professional development program. So my study aimed to explore pre-tertiary teachers' TPI in relation to specific factors. First, social factors, contextual/institutional factors, and professional or personal factors that influence their language teacher identities through a professional development program, namely the master's degree. So this study had a look at the background of these teachers and the policies set for their favor. So 80% of students who enroll in a master's degree, they systematically shift from their bachelor's degree, undergrads moving from bachelor to MA. The remaining 20%, under which this category is named, are often teachers who pursue or would like to pursue their MA for a personal professional development learning. So the MA program is a form of a personal development program, as it's mentioned in the official bulletin of the Ministry of National Education. We had a look at the literature to support our study. There is a good research on language teacher identity in the Algerian context, but most of them conduct research based on CPD, continuous professional development. That is what happens through their training programs, but not as part of their choices to pursue a personal development program. So this study is completely different from the existing literature on the context available. So Nguyen in 2019 said that teachers encounter challenges related to the socio-educational context in Vietnam. So any teacher would face challenges to be able to proceed to the next progress or make huge development in their career. Through the literature, I find out that there are many challenges that could support or inhibit teachers' access to their professional development identities. The differences into contexts of teaching and learning could also make influences on teachers' identities, such as teaching in private schools or in public schools. After time, teachers develop an evaluative lens that make them able to see whether these professional development opportunities are enough for them or no. So we come from the challenges to the opportunities to be able to develop our language teacher identities. However, the literature showed there is always a need for reading about contextual factors that influence these TPIs. From this research perspective, I chose to study TPI from narrative perspective. So narratives are defined as what you should know about teachers, learning and experiences. Narratives help us to investigate time periods, the past, the present, and the future. The past is about how have you been trained? The present is about what do you want to be trained on? The future is how do you imagine yourself as a teacher, as a researcher, as a learner? It's all about the future perspectives of a teacher. Narratives have been widely implemented to unpack TPI in different contexts. So, a narrative frame I designed to meet the purpose of my study. This is a snapshot of it. I'm a teacher at, so they need to mention their context. I've been teaching for teaching experience years. They need to mention. The most useful encouragement or discouragement to pursue my MA was from, here I have looked at the social support. I decided to pursue my MA because I explained the reasons. Preliminary data analysis showed, or before I say what they showed, I talk a little bit about how I have analyzed it. So initial codes presented social environments, how they supported teachers' identities. Then I have read the narrative frame again to know about the codes related to personal motivations to pursuing the MA. The final codes were related to personal and institutional factors that encourage the development of TPIs. The narrative frames were analyzed thematically using open coding. So the main themes generated from the data explained that teachers had social support, they have been empowered to do their MAs, they have self-invested into their learning, they have accomplished personal self-development. To quote Teacher B, I'm willing to be useful to primary school students, and why not? Teacher C, I want to fulfill my dream after master's and enroll in a PhD program to become a university teacher. My aim for now is to carry on with my PhD. So the shift was from doing a personal professional development to improve my teaching to pursuing for a higher degree that is a doctoral level. I don't think it is too late. As said, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm sure doing a PhD will add value to my career. These are few quotes to illustrate that teachers have been empowered by their program. They felt they are able to self-invest and to accomplish a personal self-development. The main findings refer to accomplished professional development. Teachers showed that they were able to self-enterprise and they were able to evaluate the professional development. That is, they developed critical thinking towards the program content itself. They engaged in discussing that they need more practice than theory. They need to know about CBA as an approach, but through mimicking the approach itself in the classroom instead of only learning about it. So they were sometimes disappointed by the content of the program itself. Collaboration is one of the most interesting themes that they have developed. When you teach, you are only teacher, but when you come to a class to learn, you develop that. You are able to network, to collaborate, to learn, to develop a community knowledge, to be part of a community. You make a sense of belongingness. So all these findings contribute to the TPI of 8 Algerian pre-tertiary teachers. Conclusion, I would like to conclude saying that TPI of EFL teachers is highly influenced by challenges, as any other context. CPD research is not enough because we need to look at how the teacher is influenced and is influencing to be able to understand how they they can influence others. So EFL teachers' identities are dynamic, deconstructed, and always into progress. I would like to thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to present at your conference. Thank you again, and very much good luck to you during this conference.